I want to talk some Jacksonville Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is currently 23 years old, soon to be 24 years old, and he is entering his third season as a full-time starter in the National Football League. And look, the road for Trevor Lawrence has been a little bit up and down in the NFL. His rookie season, he was absolutely awful. 12 touchdowns and 17 interceptions. A lot of people were starting to bail on him. I was not one of those people. I felt the coaching staff did not put him in a good position to succeed. We saw that Urban Meyer was just pretty utterly bad. And the very next year, when Trevor Lawrence gets some stability at head coach, a la Doug Peterson, he improves tremendously. 25 touchdown passes to only 8 interceptions. He had an all-time great comeback victory in the playoffs versus Justin Herbert and the Los Angeles Chargers. And the Jaguars won a playoff game, and they were competing with Kansas City in the divisional round, but unfortunately they came up short. But let me just say this right now. Trevor Lawrence's Super Bowl clock starts right now. It's year number 3, people. It's time to put on the big boy pants. Aaron Rodgers, in his third year as a starter, he went on to win a Super Bowl. Josh Allen, in year number 3, had a career year, MVP type season. The same thing happened to Kyler Murray. Year number 3 took an MVP type leap. Trevor Lawrence is a generational talent at the quarterback position. This is a guy that's 6'6", 220 pounds, and moves extremely well for his size. He has one of the 5 best arms in the entire NFL at the quarterback position. He won a national title in college, people, and people spoke glowingly about him at Clemson, about how he was, this grown-up, he's this great leader, and we've seen that translate to the NFL. Trevor Lawrence could have easily just threw in the towel and gave up his rookie season, but he stayed steady. He showed the Jaguars, hey, I'm here to stay, and despite my struggles, I'm going to continue to go out there every Sunday, put my best efforts forward, and I'm going to do everything in my power to help this team try to win football games. And the Jacksonville Jaguars, look, they definitely lucked up getting that first overall pick. Trevor Lawrence is as good as you can get. And let me just say this right now. Let's just think about this from a hypothetical perspective. If Trevor Lawrence in his career were to never appear in a Super Bowl, wouldn't that be kind of a massive disappointment? I'm pretty sure Trevor Lawrence himself would tell you that that would be a massive disappointment. We're talking about a guy that's in the conversation back when he was in college for maybe the most transcendent prospect at the quarterback position ever. An all-time great prospect, right up there with the likes of John Elway and Peyton Manning and those guys, and he never gets to a Super Bowl? That would be a massive disappointment. And let's be real, people. The AFC South right now, as far as I'm concerned, is Trevor Lawrence's division to lose, people. This division is not very good. The Tennessee Titans, major questions at quarterback, lacking dynamic players on both sides of the football. The Houston Texans, a historically dysfunctional organization. They have a rookie quarterback, a rookie head coach. The Indianapolis Colts haven't won a playoff game since 2018, people. There's been some dysfunction there. Trevor Lawrence has the right head coach, a Super Bowl winning head coach in Doug Peterson. A guy that last season took the Jacksonville Jaguars from the worst team in the NFL from a record standpoint into the playoffs the very next season, and they won a playoff game. This is a guy that won a Super Bowl with Nick Foles as a starting quarterback. Nick Foles is a backup quarterback. He had a good couple moments here and there, but for the most part throughout Nick Foles' career, he's been a backup quarterback. He won with a backup quarterback a Super Bowl versus Bill Belichick. Not to mention, Trevor Lawrence has the wide receivers. Calvin Ridley is coming back this year. He's turned Christian Kirk into a good young rising star. Evan Ingram has resurged his career. Travis Etienne is a big-time player at the running back position. This offensive line has been retooled. This defense is scrappy and very good. There are still some pieces missing on this defense, but it's a good enough defense in my opinion. And Trevor Lawrence right now is on a rookie contract. What does that mean, people? That means you have all the cap flexibility in the world to spend money to go all in to help him out. So look, I'm not saying Trevor Lawrence needs to go out here and will the Jacksonville Jaguars to a Super Bowl by himself. No, he will need help, and I believe he has help. But all I'm saying is it is not too early to put Super Bowl and MVP level expectations on Trevor Lawrence. He's a generational prospect. He showed tremendous growth last year. The Jaguars won a playoff game. A lot of people didn't expect them to even make the playoffs last year, so they were probably a little bit early as far as these expectations are concerned, but it is now time for Trevor Lawrence to enter into that Super Bowl conversation. And I believe he's talented enough to do so. And like I said, if Trevor Lawrence were to never, ever appear in a Super Bowl, then it'd be a massive disappointment. But I expect Trevor Lawrence to at some point at least get to a Super Bowl, probably win a Super Bowl or two here and there. I think he's going to have a great career. There's nothing about him that I have major questions about. And I believe Trevor Lawrence is the real deal, and he will meet expectations down the road as time goes on.